गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकावैस्तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय स्तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। बद्धे वितनुते भक्तिं मूर्खमावर्तय श्रुतिं यत्कृपात्वमहं वन्दे श्री मदन गोपालकं प्रभु। Janitai, how are you all? So the devotees are already here in live. Today is also a very special day. We are listening very beautiful conversation between Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Ramananda Raya. Today is his disappearance day. So, what was the life of Ramananda Raya? He was one of the viceroy under Orisha king Maharaj Prataprudra. And it is just south and west side of Godavari. His province was there. He was viceroy there. He born also in Orisha. His birthplace, it was very near to Cuttack. There were 5 brothers. And his father is Bhavananda Roy. To whom Sriman Mahaprabhu used to call him Maharaj Pandu. All 5 brothers, they are known as Pancha Pandava in their previous life. And amongst this Pancha Pandava, Ramananda Roy, he was Arjuna. In previous Leela, he was not only Vishakha Sakhi, he was Arjun, the 3rd Pandava, Tritiya Pandava, 3rd Pandava. One of the most intimate friend, Priyanarma Shakha of Krishna, his name also was also Arjun. And Arjuna, he had his gopi form also. And that gopi name was Arjunia. Arjunia. So in Ramananda Roy, there is so many forms. In one hand is Vishakha Sakhi. So that means Madhurarati is there. In one hand is Arjun. Arjun was cousin of Krishna, and at the same time she was friend more than cousin of Krishna. But that friendly mood, it was mix of Aishwarya. Aishwarya Jnana Gandha Jukta. So the Aishwarya, that knowledge also is there, that realization, feelings also was there in the heart of Ramananda Roy. and very intimate friend of Braja, Arjuna, one of the most intimate friends, Priyanarma Shakha. So that means he know all the secret of Krishna, and at the same time Ramananda Roy is Arjunya Gopi. So Gopi mood is there, Sakhi mood is there, Manjari mood is there, pure friendly mood, Shuddha, Shakhya, that also there, and Aishwarya Shakhya through Arjun. It is also there in Ramananda Roy. It is said in some Grantha Bhajana Nirnay, it was written by one of his descendants, maybe his name something like Manohar Roy or something else. So it was there that he was the disciple of Raghavendra Puri. And Raghavendra Puri was the disciple of Madhavendra Puripad. So his Parama Guru was Madhavendra Puripad, Ramananda Roy. And we know Madhavendra Puripad is Kalpa Vriksha. That means desire fulfilled tree, which desire about Krishna Prema. Who are connected with Madhavendra Puripad? Direct, indirect. They must be full of Prema, Krishna Prema. So Ramananda Roy also was full of Prema because the blessings of Madhavendra Puripad also was there through his Guru Raghavendra Puripad. Mahaprabhu used to say that me and Ramananda Roy, we are the same, only the difference by body. There is only one difference because we are two form. Exactly by truth it was? No, not that. By love. How much love Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he had for Ramananda Roy. By this word it is clear that Mahaprabhu even accept him in that way. Sarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy, they are very intimate friend. And we know Sarup Damodar is Lalita Shakhi and Ramananda Roy is Vishakha Shakhi. But according to Gaura Ganodhya's Dipika, it is just opposite. In Gaura Ganodhya's Dipika, it is said Ramananda Roy is Lalita Shakhi and Sarup Damodar is Vishakha Shakhi. But all other granthas, most of the granthas, and also by our acharyas, previous acharyas, we got this knowledge that Ramananda Roy is Vishakha Shakhi. And at the same time, that is why he was very near, most intimate. He was most intimate of Sriman Mahaprabhu because of that. He was Vishakha Shakhi. Because we know Vishakha Shakhi, she was favorable Shakhi for Krishna. Most of the time, she tried to solve the problem between Krishna and Srimati Radharani. And always she organized their meeting after solving their problem. Ramananda Roy, he was not only a very good viceroy, he was very successful. In that time, by the other kings, by the other landlords, many times they attacked his province, but very strong hand, Ramananda Roy, he controlled and he followed his duty. So, by his job, by his duty, he was very successful. That is why Maharaj Prataprudra was very satisfied about Ramananda Roy. But when, on the time Mahaprabhu went to visit southern India, that time in Kanchi, he met Ramananda Roy. And there he stayed near about 10 days. And that time it's happened, which topics we are now listening, Raya Ramananda Samvad, it was there. That conversation was there. But at the end, when that 10 days was finished and the time came that Mahaprabhu will leave, Mahaprabhu said directly to Ramananda Roy, not request. It's like an instruction order. Just leave all the attachments from your material life. Free yourself from all your duty and go to Nilachal. Very soon, I'm coming back there. Very soon I'll come. Just after I visit the pilgrims, then I'll come back there and then we'll spend very good time. So, what Ramananda Roy should do? It was the order from Rashikendra Chudamani Sri Krishna. So, he applied to Maharaj Prataprudra. Now, it's the time to free me from my duty. When Maharaj Prataprudra, he got this application from Ramananda Roy, and when he came to know that it was the order of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, his Prabhu, so suddenly he accepted, okay. When Prabhu said, so you have to go there, you have to join Prabhu. When Mahaprabhu came back from Tirtha, Ramananda Roy already he was there. Already he was very intimate with Sarupa Damodar, Lalita Shakhi. They recognize each other. And then both of them, in Antalila it is said, Mahaprabhu most of the time he used to spend with these two, Sarupa Damodar and Ramananda Roy, with Lalita and Vishakha. রাত্রে বিলাপ করে স্বরূপের কণ্ঠ ধরি, আবেশে আপন ভাব কহেন উখারি। In Anthalila, that situation came. That time, Mahaprabhu, he cannot control his mood. Most of the time, he will be absorbed in Vrindavan mood. So at the night time, when nobody was there, only Sarupa and Rama Rai, that means Sarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy, Mahaprabhu, he holds by his arm to Swarup, sometimes to Ramananda, Aveshe Apano Bhav Kaheno Ghari. Most of the secret mood of Sriman Mahaprabhu they know, Sarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy. Because in Antya Lila, always Mahaprabhu, he revealed his heart about his mood to them. So that is why when Mahaprabhu, he just closed his pastimes, they also could not bear that separation of Brajendra Nandan. Very soon, Ramananda Roy, he also left this world. And it is said, it is not really correctly it is mentioned. Somewhere it is written 1455 Shakabda. Just add 78 years with this, then it will be English year. And somewhere it is said 1356 Shakabda. What is correct? I just said what I found in the books. Mainly Haridas Dasji, who published Gauriya Vaishnav Jivani, and in Gauriya Vaishnav Jivani it is mentioned about this. So, just after Sriman Mahaprabhu, he closed his pastimes, Ramananda Roy also, he left this world. Mood of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So it was the life of Ramananda Roy. Now maybe it is little bit clear why Mahaprabhu chose Ramananda Roy. Because inside Ramananda Roy there is so many kinds of different mood and rasa. Gopi mood is there, Manjari mood is there, two different friendly mood is there. One is Aishwarya and one is Shuddha. And Vishakha Sakhi, the most intimate Sakhi of Srimati Radharani, who is favorable for Krishna. So now we will continue our topics. But from yesterday, it was there that Ramananda Roy, he describes about the mood, Prema Bhakti. And Mahaprabhu, he said, yes, it is also, but it is not the ultimate. If there is something special more, please tell me, explain me. Why Mahaprabhu said like this? Why in that way? So, the cause. Now we are following the commentaries of Jiva Goswami. What is said about Prema Bhakti? There is so many types of Prema Bhakti, but main, and that is Mahatma Jnana Juktyaschа Kevalascha iti Shadidha. One is Mahatma Jnana Jukta, when the mind of devotees, heart of devotees, they are very attached with the glories, Aishwarya of Sri Krishna. It is known as Mahatma Sanjukta Prema Bhakti. And another one is Kevala Prema Bhakti, which is without any mixing. Shuddha, Vishuddha, pure. So what is the result? What is the result of these two? In one word, by Kevala Prema Bhakti, which is very pure, by Kevala Bhakti, one can attain the seva of Sri Krishna Brajendranandan in Braj. By Mahatma Jnanajukta Prema Bhakti also, one can attain the seva of Krishna, but not in Braj. You can ask that why the manifestation of Krishna's Swarup depends on the devotee, pure devotee. Why? Because Krishna is like sugarcane, and how much you can squeeze, you can get such kinds of juice from that sugarcane. It is said that if you want to taste Krishna Prem, so you have to try. No one can give you, no one can bring you this. You have to try this. You will get support, but the final activity must be by you. Otherwise, it will not happen. So it is clear that devotees are very special to open that secret of Bhagavan, Swam Bhagavan. There is something special, very special, Rupa Goswami he said, about Krishna. Why this point is very important? One will attain the seva of Brajendranandan in Braj, and other, if there is no purity in Prema Bhakti, so they will attain seva of Krishna, but not in Braj. So what is the difference? Rupa Goswami, he said, maybe you know only one Krishna, but I found 3 Krishna are there. Hari, Purnatama, Purnatara, Purna iti Tridha, श्रेष्ठ्य मध्यादिभि शब्दैर्नाट्ये यः परिपठ्यते प्रकाशिताखिल गुणस्मृतः पूर्णतम बुधै असर्वव्यंजक पूर्णतर पूर्णल्पदर्शक. He said, I found 3 Krishna there, not one Krishna. By personally, is 3? No, by mood. But also in scripture, that truth also sometimes revealed. Yes, that is 2 different forms. Vrindavan Krishna always in Vrindavan. Mathura, Dwaraka Krishna always are there. Krishna, who is in Vrindavan, he never go out of Vrindavan. And Krishna also said this. Vrindavanam parityajya padamekam na gacchami. I never go out even one step out of Vrindavan. And our acharyas, Goswamis, they said, it's true. Vrindavan Krishna always in Vrindavan. You will never go out. Vrindavan Krishna and Mathura Dwaraka Krishna are not the same. It's different topic. When it will come, we'll discuss about this. But now, the point. Rupa Goswami said, yes, I know 3 Krishna by the mood, by the nature, by the manifestation of him. What is that? Purna Krishna, Purnatara Krishna, Purnatama Krishna. Purnatama Krishna is the highest manifestation. Purnatara Krishna, little bit less. And Purna Krishna, more less than Purnatara Krishna. Where all the qualities, how many qualities Krishna had? Krishna has. Scripture said 64 qualities, 64 guna in Krishna. All the avatars, they have 60 qualities, 60 guna. But Krishna is Swam Bhagavan. So he has more 4. And that extra 4 is Lila, Premna Priyadhikyam, Madhurya Venurupaya. Endless, countless, very, very, very beautiful Leelas. Countless, beloved. And all those beloved, they are not by force. Premna Priyadhikyam, by love. They offered themselves to Krishna. Krishna didn't force them that you have to love me. No, not that. They offer everything. Premna Priyadhikyam, countless. And the most 2 sweetness things is only in Krishna. That is the sweetness of his flute, Madhurya Venurupaya, and his beauty of Krishna. And that is also uncomparable. There is nothing to compare with Krishna. Bhishmapanam Shasya Shobha Gardhe Parang Padang Bhushana Bhushanangam. Sanatana Goswami Pad in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. He described this amazing beauty. It's attracted the mind, even Krishna also. So, this extra 4 more qualities Krishna has, that means 64 qualities. So, where all 64 qualities are manifested, that form known as Purnatama Krishna. Where is not all 64 qualities, little bit less, so it is Purnatara, more or less, it is Purna. So, and Rupa Goswami, he also mentioned where these 3 Krishna were. Krishnasya Purnatamata Bhaktavhut Gokulantare. The form of Purnatama Krishna only was manifested in Braj, Gokul, and 2 others, Purnatara and Purna Prakash. It's happened in Mathura, Dwarka, Hastinapur, Kurukshetra, all other places, but not Purnatama Krishna. Purnatama Krishna only in Vrindavan, in Braj, in Gokul. Why? Because same. Cause is the same. The difference of devotees, association. Outside of Vrindavan, there was no very pure, Shuddha, Kevala Prema Bhakti associates. It was only in Braj. That is why Krishna manifested, the devotees manifested all the qualities of Krishna. By their love, by their prem, very special prem, very special rasa, they bound Krishna to manifest this highest form in Braj. And also, one sloka, it is also said, sloka by Srinatha Pandit. Also it is said, that sloka by Vishwanath Chakravarti. I found it was Srinatha Pandit. I got it from my Acharya Dev, Prabhupada Nishad Kumar Goswami. He said this sloka is by Srinatha Pandit. And that sloka is Aradha Bhagavan Brajesha Tanaya, the essence of all scripture. In one sloka, he revealed the essence. He just described the essence of all scriptures. And that is Aradha Bhagavan Brajesha Tanaya Stadham Vrindavanam. Ramya Kachidupasana Braja Vadhu Vargena Sakalpita. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumartha Mahan. Sriman Mahaprabhur Matam Idam Tatradarana Para. He said in this sloka that if you want to worship someone, then worship Krishna. Because he is the highest, the ultimate. for worship. But don't forget, Brajesha Tanaya, don't go to the son of Vasudeva. Don't go to Vasudev Krishna. Don't forget you have to worship Krishna with son of Nanda Maharaj. Brajesha Tanaya. Again he reminds us, don't forget his house. Stadhama Vrindavanam, his place is Vrindavan. Don't waste your time to find Krishna here and there. Just go to Vrindavan direct. Krishna is there. And try to please him by Ramya Kachid Upasana Brajavatu Vargena Shakalpito. Just follow the footprints of Brajagopis. How they pleased Krishna. Try to do that in their way. Don't speculate or imagine anything from your heart or from your intelligence. Just follow their instruction. That means just follow their footprints. And then he said, what I just said, it was not by me. It is said by Srimad Bhagavatam, which is known as the proof which is very pure. Because it was said, it was described by Shukamuni, who was untouched by Maya. So that is why Srimad Bhagavata known as Amala Pramana, proof, purest proof. Not only that, Sriman Mahaprabhur Matam Idam, this also from Sriman Mahaprabhu. Sriman Mahaprabhu accepted this. Sriman Mahaprabhu also advised this. So, in front of us, in front of Kali Jivas, we should not doubt, we should not think, just follow this. Tatra adara, no apara. We should accept and follow this, not other. So, it is very clear why it's very important to attain Seva of Brajendra Nandan in Braj, Brajesha Tanaya in Vrindavana, because this is the highest. To attain the Seva of Sri Krishna, Sri Radha Govinda. Why it is most highest? Why it is most highest? Why Krishna will never go out of Vrindavan? Why worshipping Krishna in Vrindavan is the most highest worshipping? Because there is Srimati Radharani with Krishna. Out of Vrindavan, no Radharani is there. So when Shakti is not with Shaktiman, what is the importance to worship that Shaktiman? If one powerful person, he has no Shakti, that means power. If he lost his power, then what is his importance then? No importance left. So if Srimati Radharani is not with Krishna? One Hindi poet very nicely said, and one very famous bhajan singer Anup Jalota ji, he sang this song very nicely. राधा के बिना श्याम आधा कहते राधे श्याम, राधा के बिना श्याम आधा. If there is no Srimati Radharani, that means there is only 50% of Krishna. Adha, just half of Krishna is there. Because Krishna is half and half is Srimati Radharani, then this total Krishna is there. That is why, only for that reason, Seva of Brajendra Nandan in Braja is the highest. Then you can attain that high stage of prema. It will not happen outside of Braj. So, Kevala Bhakti, by Kevala Prema Bhakti, one can attain Seva of Brajendra Nandan is in Braj. But if one's mind is really attached with Mahatma Jnana Yukta Prema Bhakti, yes, it is Prema Bhakti also. It is Prema Bhakti also. And Jiva Goswami Pad very nicely he said here later that Tatrapi ekantinang sreshta Govinda Hritamānasa Jeshang Srisha Prasadopi Manohartung Nashaktumat. And then he just explained the word Srisha. Atra Srisha Parabhamadhipati Upalakshmanatyena Sri Darukanathopi Sri Jiva Goswami Krita Tika. So, according to this verse, according to this explanation, it is clear both are accepted. Goloka Vrindavan and Bhauma Vrindavan, Braja Vrindavan, both are Kevala Prema Bhakti. By Kevala Prema Bhakti, one can attain that Leela Sthal, Goloka Vrindavan, and one can attain that Braja Vrindavan. So, existence of very pure Kevala Prema Bhakti in both places, in Goloka Vrindavan, in Bhauma Braja Vrindavan. Both places accepted as pure Leelasthali of Sri Krishna. But mood is different. Our topic is not there. Topic is different. So, Kevala by Kevala Prema Bhakti, one can attain Seva of Brajendra Nandan in Braja. But who is following Mahatma Jnana Sangyukta Prema Bhakti, that means whose mind is attached with this Aishwarya. It is said, by that one can attain that moksha and they will go to Vaikuntha. Shalakya, Samipya, Sharshti, Sharupya. These four liberation moksha they can attain by that Mahatma Sangyukta Prema Bhakti and they will go to Vaikuntha. In Vaikuntha also, it's normally in Vaikuntha the mood is Shantya mood. That means normal Mahatma Gyanayukta Prema Bhakti, Shantya mood. In this also, there is two types. There is two types. One, it is said, Shukhaishwarjattara Prema Shevattara Shepi. One is Shukhaishwarjattara Prema Bhakti, one is Prema Shevattara. Shukhaishwarjattara, that means they have little bit different desire. Not only to serve Srisha, that means Sri Hari, Sri Vishnu, but at the same time they are trying to enjoy with this seva the different desire to get pleasure, maybe by their seva also, or to see the Aishwarya Leela and of Sri Hari and Sri Vishnu. But there is another kind of devotees, they known as Prema Shivottara. So in the mind, in the heart of Prema Shivottara, they only want to serve Sri Hari, Sri Vishnu. They only want to serve Sri Vishnu. They have no different desire, separate desire to get pleasure from Sri Hari, from Sri Vishnu. But by this both bhakti, no one can attract the mind of Krishna, because Oishwarjo Jnanati Shab Jagat Misrito, Oishwarjo Shithil Preme Nohemor Prito. Bhagavan said, all this word full of Aishwarya mood, but it is not attracting my mind, because it will lose the bondage of love. It is losing the bondage of love. Where there is Aishwarya, there love is not really strong with very special relation. So that's why I'll follow their desire, because I promised to my sadhakas, Je jathamang prapadyante tangs tathaiva bhajamyaham. So I'll fulfill that desire, but it is not really attracting my mind. If one want to attract my mind, then they have to offer me pure Prema Bhakti. So maybe it is Prema Shavattara or Shukhaishwarjattara. Both are against mood. By this, maybe it is Prema Bhakti, but it is not enough to attract the mind of Krishna. And now the other Kevala Prema Bhakti. In Kevala Prema Bhakti, there is also something different. In pure love also there is something different. Because who are just very near associates, inside their heart also sometimes some separated desire appeared. What is Samanjasarati? What was in the heart of the wives of Krishna? We know Samartharati means they are not searching for separated pleasure or entertainment for them. Their target only to please Krishna, only to satisfy Krishna, only to make happy Krishna. But in Samanjasarati, Samartharati only in Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani and all other Braj Gopis, they have that Samartharati. But in the heart of Sri Krishna's wives, they have Samanjasarati. There is so many things different. Patni bhava vimanatma gunadi sravanadija krichid bhedito sambhaga trishna chandra samanjasa. The love will appear in their heart. It depends on something. The qualities of Krishna, the beauties of Krishna, many things. By this medium, the love will start. And their target, not only satisfy Krishna, to be wife of Krishna, and then to get pleasure from Krishna, to give pleasure to Krishna. Not only that, Krichit Bhedita Sambhogat Krishna, they are also thinking about themselves. It is not Kevala Prema Bhakti, it is there. But in Kevala Bhakti also sometimes, in the heart of devotees, sometimes it will appear. So, if it is there, what will be their result? Because Kevala Prema Bhakti, there is only one target, to satisfy Krishna, to please Krishna. There is no separated searching for their own pleasure. But if anyhow accidentally it's appeared and it's continued in the heart of sadhaka, so what will be their ultimate destination? Yes, they'll go to Dwarka. Who has no desire, they will be the servant of Srimati Radharani, maid servant of Srimati Radharani. And who has that separated desire, they will go to Dwarka, and they will be not Manjari, they will be the maid servant of the wives of Krishna, Rukmini Adi, the maid servant of them. So, like Samanjasarati, if anything happened here, inside of the heart of Kevala Prema Bhakti devotee, then also, before they will enter to Kunja, Nikunja Kutir, they will be transferred to Dwarka. So, very careful. How one can develop such mood? Only by Mahamantra chanting. Just yesterday, one question was there. Maybe Yaduvar Das asked this question. That it is said one can attain Siddhi after chanting 30 lakh of mantra. It is not for Harinam. This number mentioned for Japa mantra, Gopal mantra. After 30 lakh chanting with love, dedicated chanting, and unbroken, then one can attain that siddhi by mantra, but not that highest prema by this mantra. Because at the same time, with this chanting of mantra, Gopal mantra, sadhaka need to continue very dedicated Niraparad Nam, chanting Mahamantra without offenses. Niraparad Nam. If I chanted already 30 lakhs of mantra, but no Niraparad Nam is there, then that siddhi, that ultimate siddhi will not come. So it is said, the purity is very important. We need to take shelter and we have to try to pray to Mahamantra, that it should allow us to chant Niraparad Mahamantra. Then inside of our heart, that Seva Buddhi, that desire for Seva, it will manifest, it will develop, and then we can attain that Seva by Guru Kripa, otherwise not. So that is why, because of this so many difference, because of this so many category of Prema Bhakti, Mahaprabhu, he wanted to clear about this very purity of Prema Bhakti, which is connected with some Sambandha relation. It's Santya. Ramananda Roy mentioned it's only Shantya mood. There is no higher. So Mahaprabhu said, yes Roy, it is also, but it is not the highest. So please tell me about the highest. Prabhu kahe, yeho hoy, age kahwar. Yes, it is also, but not the ultimate. So, is there anything more? Please tell me. What will be the answer of Ramananda Roy next? Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll continue this. Now, I have to check the list here, who is on live. Janitai Goku, Sudhavindu Roy, Chakravarti, Amit Roy, Krishnadashi, Shrutidhara, Tota Gopinath Das, Prashant Singh, Partha, Janitai, Judge Jadubar. Maybe you asked this question about Namajap, about Mantra Jap. Janitai Madhavendra Ji, Sergey Kumarov, Soma Roy, Monika Vishwas, Prasenjit Das, Manju Devnath, Dauji, Jai Ramananda Roy, Tirobhav Dauji, Jai Ramananda Roy, Deepak Sharma, Parijat Das, Narayan Sutradhar, Arpan Das, Sudevi, Dipan Ghosh. Where is Gadadhar? Gadadhar, you have sent. Sarojini Dashi, Vibhasa Shil, Johnny Mollik, Janitai to everyone. Chitralekha Dashi, Janitai. Okay, Chitralekha Dashi. You asked a question. I have heard that all the moods of devotion are contained in Manjari Bhav. Yes. Please will you grant us the good fortune to hear Krishna, to hear Katha about how these different moods adorn the Manjaris. Radha Radha Shyam. It's coming. It's coming. Ramananda is going that way. We'll see. Because everything is described here in Ramananda Roy. Just follow this. don't miss every day lecture, then you'll miss this very pure knowledge. Because I'm nothing. I'm a very tiny servant of Nitai Chand, so I'm not a scholar person. So, but I can take shelter on the lotus feet of Ramananda Roy, and he described everything here. We'll see. Namrita Ghosh, Malati Priya, Rakhi Bhomik, Nitesh Rana. Okay, Nitesh, you ask. Multiple mood in one devotee like Raya Ramananda. So is the rise in the moods, or is it like whichever mood is required it appear and rest of the moods disappear? Yes, exactly. According to the situation, incidents, it's appearing. The moods, different moods is appearing. And that is why Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he chose Ramananda Roy. Not only that he is Vishal. Inside of Ramananda Roy, there is various mood and various person. That is why Mahaprabhu, he chose Ramananda Roy for this. In sadhakas also, is it possible that they can have different moods like Gopi, Sakhi, Manjari, Balasakha, etc.? No. They are eternal. They are eternal. In one time, one can digest only one mood. But if one can attain the mood of Manjari, that means he or she has all the moods, different moods are there. Dashya, Shakya, Vatsalya, Madhur. So all the moods are there. They are eternal associates. That's why they can absorb different person in them. They can control that mood. But in sadhaka it will happen only when one can attain that mood of Manjari. Because in Manjari mood, in Madhura Rati, there is all other three moods are there. Four moods are there, Santya also. Janitai, Siddham Shaha. Is the Swarupa of the Jiva fixed? Yes, Jiva is Tatastha, it's fixed. Tatastha Shakti, Jiva always known as Tatastha Shakti. And then they will perform their sadhana and then they will attain Manjari mood. That Swarupa, Siddha Swarupa. It is known as Siddha Swarupa. But eternal form of Jiva, it is faced as Tatastha Shakti. Jiva is always Tatastha Shakti. Okay, now you mentioned that sloka of Aradha Bhagavan. Very good that you are following this sloka and translation. It's helping devotees. Krishna Rashi, Rupam Das, Bilas Paltushar, Manoj Kanti Ghosh. Okay, many devotees are there. So in the live there is no more question left, but I have here because Krishna Dashi sent me a big list and only just two we followed. Yes.